Nicole?
Yeah?
We're green if not red.
Okay.
Mimi?
Hello?
I need you in white, baby girl.
She's a wife!
Matilda?
Yeah?
You gotta wear something with as many colours as possible.
Sean, what the hell?
Every summer, millions of people tune in to watch strangers fall in love on Love Island, in a villa in Fiji. They pick their favorites, they vote, they argue about it on TikTok. They feel things, real things, about people they've never met. And somewhere, in a glass-walled conference room in London, a group of executives watches the numbers roll in and smiles. Because Love Island was never just a love story, it was always a machine. Season 8 of Love Island USA premieres on June 2nd, 2026, on Peacock, NBCUniversal's ad-supported streaming platform, owned by Comcast. And by almost every measurable metric, it is the most commercially powerful season the franchise has ever produced. Ad sales investment is up 73% compared to last season. 21 brand partners have signed on, including CeraVe, Maybelline, Motorola, and Poppi, with their products physically integrated into the villa itself. Nearly 1,500 advertisers aligned with the franchise last season alone. For context, outside of the NFL playoffs and the NBA Finals, no other unscripted entertainment property in America generates this kind of advertiser demand. So how did a British dating show, originally dismissed as lowbrow summer filler, become one of the most sophisticated commercial engines in the history of television? That answer is not about love, and it's about architecture.
It was quite hot, I'll be honest. I liked it.
So I feel like enough time has passed.
Yeah, no, we're fine now. I can actually talk to you, whereas before, you spoke to me, I'd literally blank you.
I know, I can grasp that.
Yeah.
In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on exactly how Love Island is built. Not the relationships, not the drama, but the machine underneath all of it. The scheduling strategy, the brand integration playbook, the influencer pipeline, and the global format empire that ITV quietly constructed while everyone was arguing about who should have been coupled up. This is a story about one of the most effective pieces of commercial entertainment ever made. And it starts where all great machines do, with the design. Most TV shows air once a week. Love Island airs 6 days a week for 7 weeks straight. That is not an accident. That is a weapon. When NBCUniversal's president of advertising, sales, and partnerships, Karen Kovacs, was asked what makes Love Island such an extraordinary property for brands, she didn't talk about the cast or the drama or even the ratings. She compared it to sport. Outside of sports, she said, when you think about the excitement for the NBA playoffs, it's an unscripted entertainment fanatic's dream. Think about what that means. The NBA playoffs generate some of the highest ad rates in all of television. And here is a reality dating show being mentioned in the same breath, not as an exaggeration, but as a genuine comparison. The key is the cadence. 6 episodes a week means viewers don't have time to disengage. There's no gap long enough to lose the thread, no week off to forget the characters, no breathing room to stop caring. It creates a state of sustained emotional investment that is almost impossible to manufacture through traditional weekly episodic formats. And crucially, it generates conversation. Daily conversation. The kind that spills across TikTok, Twitter, group chats, and office lunch breaks. Every episode is a new data point for the fan community to process.
Don't hate you now. I think we're friends now, which is nice.
Did you even like me? Did you even
I did like you.
Did you even have feelings towards me?
Feelings is different to like. I did like you. We did get along well.
Every recoupling, every challenge, every stolen glance, it all feeds the machine. But the cadence is only half of the architecture. The other half is placement. Love Island doesn't run ads between segments like a traditional broadcast show. It embeds brands directly into the world of the villa. CeraVe moisturizer on the bathroom shelf, Poppi in the drinks fridge, Motorola phones the Islanders use to read texts from the public, Maybelline in the makeup room. It's not advertising, it's set dressing. And viewers, particularly the Gen Z audience that Love Island dominates, respond to it very differently than they respond to a 30-second spot. It feels native, organic, real. That distinction is worth billions. Last season, Love Island USA ranked as the top overall streaming series, the top reality streaming series, and the top streaming series among Gen Z audiences based on ad-supported viewing, according to Nielsen streaming data. Peacock's AVOD model, ad-supported video on demand, means that every one of those viewers represents a monetizable impression. The CPM, or cost per thousand viewers, that Love Island commands from premium brands sits well above platform averages, precisely because of how deeply the audience is engaged. Gen Z doesn't just watch Love Island, they live inside it. And brands will pay an extraordinary premium to live there too. Here's a number that should stop you in your tracks. 73%. That is how much ad sales investment grew between Love Island USA Season 7 and Season 8. Not 7%, not 15%. 73% in a single year, in an advertising market that the rest of the television industry is desperately fighting to hold together. To understand why, you need to understand what Love Island is actually selling to brands. It's not eyeballs. Every show sells eyeballs. Love Island is selling something far more valuable: trust transfer.
But what was the little comment like yesterday? What was that all about?
But you made the weirder comment. I was just a bit of tongue-in-cheek, Danielle.
It's a bit of tongue-in-cheek, was
Yeah.
it? In my head, I'm thinking, was it tongue-in-cheek, or what does she mean by this?
Traditional advertising works on interruption. You're watching something you enjoy, and then a brand forces its way into your attention for 30 seconds. Viewers have spent decades training themselves to ignore it. Fast-forwarding, muting, scrolling away. Love Island flips that model entirely. When an islander casually reaches for a Poppi from the villa fridge after a difficult recoupling, that moment carries emotional weight. The viewer has spent weeks building a relationship with that islander. They care about her. They're invested in her story. And now, subconsciously, that positive emotional association transfers, just slightly, just enough, to the brand sitting in her hand. It's not manipulation. It's just human psychology. And Love Island has built an entire commercial infrastructure around it. Season 8 has 21 brand partners, with 6 of the 7 integrated sponsors returning from last season. That retention rate is remarkable. Brands don't come back at that rate unless the results are real. And the results are measurable. Unlike traditional TV advertising, which relies on reach and frequency metrics that have always been somewhat theoretical, Love Island's brand integrations generate trackable social media engagement. When a product appears in the villa, it trends. Fans screenshot it. They tag the brand. They ask where to buy it. The conversion pipeline is direct and documented. Nearly 1,500 advertisers aligned with the franchise last season. Not just the integrated sponsors, but the broader ecosystem of brands buying adjacent inventory across Peacock, digital, and social. Love Island hasn't just built a show, it has built a platform. And Season 8 is on track to be the most commercially successful season in the franchise's history. The machine is only getting faster. Let's talk about what happens when the villa doors open. Contestants enter Love Island earning roughly $500 a week, a basic stipend, barely enough to cover what they left behind at their day jobs. For 7 weeks, they live under constant surveillance, stripped of their phones, cut off from the outside world, their every conversation and conflict captured on camera. And then they leave, and the real business begins. Take Olandria Carthan, one of the breakout stars of a recent Love Island season.
What's going on
Well,
here?
because I feel like you did, so I just
And it was,
stating the obvious.
You know, you're on top of me like this, and I'm grabbing.
Aidan, stop it, please.
And you said,
Aidan, stop it.
did you miss me? Of
No, no.
course, of course.
What is actually wrong with you? Your comment was
Of course.
worse.
Within weeks of leaving the villa, she had secured a collaboration with luxury fashion brand Brandon Blackwood. The collection sold out in under 10 minutes. Demand was so overwhelming they reopened pre-orders days later. She then became the face of Poppi's summer campaign, the same Poppi that was integrated directly into the villa she'd just left. That's not coincidence. That's a pipeline. Love Island has quietly constructed one of the most effective celebrity manufacturing systems in the history of entertainment. The show doesn't just make people famous, It makes them famous in a very specific, very commercially useful way. 6 weeks of daily episodes means viewers spend more cumulative time with Love Island contestants than they do with almost any other type of public figure. They watch them wake up, they watch them argue, they watch them cry, flirt, strategize, and break down. By the finale, the emotional bond between audience and Islander isn't parasocial in the distant celebrity sense. It's intimate, personal. The kind of connection that makes a product recommendation feel like advice from a friend. That intimacy is an asset, and brands know exactly what it's worth. Top contestants can command sponsorship deals worth up to $1 million. TikTok alone, if an Islander plays it right, can generate 6 figures a month purely from platform revenue. The fast fashion industry in particular has systematized the process, with brands like Pretty Little Thing and Isa Whitfirst building standing pipelines directly from villa exit to contract signing. Molly May Hague is the template the industry points to, a Love Island UK contestant who entered the villa with a modest following and left to convert that fame into a personal brand, then into business ownership. Her trajectory is the case study every fast fashion and beauty brand uses when pitching Love Island integration. The villa isn't a dating show set, it's an incubator, and Season 8 is already producing its next class of commercial assets. Because Love Island USA, the show we've been talking about, is not even the original. It's a copy. A very successful, very lucrative copy of a format that a British broadcaster named ITV quietly turned into one of the most valuable intellectual properties in the history of unscripted television. The original Love Island UK launched in 2015 on ITV2. It was modest, niche, the kind of show industry insiders politely called guilty pleasure television. Within 3 years, it was the most watched program in the history of ITV2, with peak episodes pulling in over 6 million viewers across TV and other devices. The UK show streams on ITVX, ITV's own streaming platform, giving the parent company a direct-to-consumer pipeline alongside linear broadcast. Hosts like Caroline Flack, who anchored the show through its explosive rise, and current host Maya Jama, who has become one of the most visible figures in British television, became central to the franchise's identity, proof that Love Island builds stars both inside and outside the villa.
We're all built for this. We're all born for this. Walk out with your chin high.
Facts.
Grab your beautiful lady.
Yes.
Charm their asses off.
Give them a little
Right?
ITV Studios recognized what they had. Not just a hit show, but a replicable format, a template, a machine that could be rebuilt in any country, in any language, with local contestants, and still generate the same core commercial dynamics. So they started licensing it. Australia, Sweden, Germany, Spain, the Netherlands, and then, most lucratively, the United States, where ITV America produces the show for Peacock, now in its 8th season under the hosting of Ariana Madix. Those format licensing fees, the revenue ITV collects every time a new territory builds its own version of the show, represent one of the most durable income streams in modern television. While competitors like Banijay and Fremantle have built significant format libraries of their own, ITV Studios' Love Island stands out for the consistency of its commercial performance across markets. It's not just popular, it's reliably monetizable in almost any country you drop it into. But ITV didn't stop at geographic expansion. They expanded the format itself. Love Island Games launched in 2023, bringing together notable contestants from multiple international versions to compete in physical challenges. It was the first time the franchise had united Islanders across countries in a single production, creating a crossover property with built-in multi-market fan bases. Then came Love Island All-Stars, returning fan-favorite alumni for a second chance at love. The most recent All-Stars series aired in early 2026, filmed in South Africa, and crowned Sammy Elishi and Kieran Davies as winners after a season dramatic enough to generate its own news cycle. And then there's Beyond the Villa, the spin-off running parallel to Love Island USA, with the franchise's 73% ad sales growth measured across both shows combined. One format, dozens of productions, hundreds of episodes per year, thousands of brand integration opportunities across multiple markets simultaneously. By 2026, Love Island isn't a franchise, it's an infrastructure. And ITV Studios is collecting licensing fees from every corner of it while the rest of the television industry scrambles to find its next hit. The original villa in Majorca started all of this. What it became is something no one in 2015 could have predicted or priced. So here's the question we started with. Is Love Island still a dating show? The honest answer is, it never stopped being one. The relationships are real. The heartbreak is real. The moments that make you throw your phone across the room at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night are absolutely, genuinely real. But real emotion and commercial engineering are not mutually exclusive. In fact, one is the fuel for the other. Love Island works as a business precisely because it works as television. Because the producers understand human connection well enough to stage the conditions where it happens, and then monetize every second of the audience's investment in that connection. The cadence is designed. The integrations are deliberate. The influencer pipeline is systematized. The global format licensing is a billion-dollar infrastructure play, hiding inside what looks on the surface like a summer romance. 21 brand partners, 73% ad sales growth, more than 25 countries, 8 American seasons, spin-offs, all-stars, games, and a companion show running parallel to the main event. Season 8 is not the peak of this empire. It's just the latest proof of concept. The villa doors open every summer. New islanders walk in, nervous and hopeful, looking for love in front of millions of people. And somewhere, in boardrooms from London to New York, the numbers start moving. That's the business of Love Island. And business, as this season is proving, has never been better. If you found this breakdown valuable, subscribe. We dig into the business and strategy behind the biggest names in entertainment, sports, and culture. Drop a comment below. Do you think Love Island has gotten too commercial, or is the machine part of what makes it work? We'll see you in the next one.